Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be making a cardstock vinyl shadow box. Well, it's not so much of a shadow box because it hasn't got layers. It's more of a light box. Shadow boxes is when you've got several different layers that form a landscape or object or whatever it may be, but when you've got one layer you pretty much want to call it a light box, but that's your preference if you want to call it a shadow box or not. But I've already cut everything out. I got everything prepared because I just want to show you how simple it is to put something together. Looking at my canvas, you can see that I've designed something for Mother's Day, and the grey piece is my vellum sheet, which I've got here. So I already cut out my cardstock for my backing and weeded out all the zigzags. So I'm going to use my trusty all-purpose art glue. I'm just going to do a thin line all around it. Okay, it doesn't really matter what side you've cut your vellum on. Now that I've got that stuff down, don't worry, we're going to use the picture frame backing, and I've done to hold it in and make it tight, but I've done it in 20 by 25 centimeters because that's my picture frame that I've got. And I've already used my black shimmer, so you can get various different types of color shimmer vinyl, which is the Cricut premium shimmer. You can get blue, purple, pink, or red, all different colors. They're not the easiest to cut with and can be quite frustrating. So I've already cut out all my others to save some time, but I just cut this once and then I went over and cut it again. So once it's finished and it wants you to eject, don't eject from your Cricut. Actually press play again and let it pass through and cut again. So I'm just going to save some of this excess here. Just cut that off, and then by cutting it twice I'll show you how easy it is to weed. Just pull up a corner and that's how easy it is. If I hadn't cut that twice, you would have heard me swear a fair bit if you had watched me do the mum. I actually didn't cut that twice and I was not a happy camper. So yeah, just remember to cut your shimmer always on twice. Even though I did more on my settings, I actually did more and it still would not cut through. So you have to cut it twice with shimmer. So it's a permanent vinyl. Well, it can be removable, I guess, but it's a sticky vinyl. And then I stuck it on top of a glitter cardstock that I cut out some shapes, and I offset that to give me an edging. So now that I've got that in place, I also cut the pieces that hold us together in just normal black vinyl. So I'm just gonna see where I want that, and that was HTV Ront matte vinyl, and I'll tell you what, that's so easy to weed as well. And then, so I'm roughly going to want it about there, and bring that down about there. Now I've done the crisscross and the vellum on the back of my card because I am going to put some lights behind it just to give it a bit of a glow. But now I'm going to stick my pieces. So I'm not going to use transfer tape. You'll see by peeling this, it's a foil backing which can easily rip. So when it comes to font, be super careful. You will find, like I did with the mum, the actual carrier sheet stuck to the actual shimmer, and I had to peel 2 layers of the carrier sheet off, which is a little bit frustrating. So I've offset the silver cardstock May have to move my black, but I'm going to see how it goes when I put the red on there. But it's just a matter of sticking it down, and then same with my red. Just be a bit careful, don't peel the backing sheet as well, or tear my foil shimmer. But I'm just going to try to line that up first with the outer edge, and then I'll move the black if it's, yeah, I'm gonna have to move the black. I thought I'd be clever and put the black down first, but doesn't always work that way. You should always work from the outer edging and then work your way in sometimes. Okay, let's just turn this one upside down. I may have not. We want it inside the purple. No, go this way. I'm just lining it up. It's hard without sticking to myself and looking over the top. Okay, there we go, that's better. Now we've got some silver edging. And same with the blue, be careful you don't peel the carrier sheet off or tear your foil shimmer vinyl. Like I said, it's very annoying, this stuff. It's not the best, but it is so pretty and so worth the time and effort. How it shimmers. Okay, I have to come up a little bit more. Right, start from the edging. Thought I could line it up on the black, but there we go. And make sure I get that in there. There we go. I'm just going to roll it with my brayer just to make sure I stick that down nicely. Okay, I probably could have moved the black a little bit over, but I'm happy with that. I'm sure any mother out there will be happy. Right, it's my blue that's off-centered, so I might just lift the blue and do that again. Like I said, it's pretty easy to remove if you got like a glitter backing, but I think if I had put this on like a solid piece of cardstock that was smooth texture, I seriously doubt I'd be able to lift this up. Just make sure I have, once again, not lined up. I don't want to put my hands too much on the backing so it makes it less sticky, but you also can't have a crooked jigsaw puzzle. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. Alright. So I want that to stick about there, and then lining it up with my mats about there, so about there. Okay. Just gonna put some glue on this cardstock. I could use tabs and raise it a little bit, but I'm actually going to push this up close to my glass piece, so I don't want too much sticking up, just enough to look a little bit different and just normally stuck on. Okay, sometimes sticking glitter to glitter isn't easy either. I've done a few glitter pieces where like for cake toppers, and it hasn't been the easiest either to hold down. Sometimes it makes the glitter go like mush and watery, like as if you're doing watercolor paints, and it looks shocking. But yeah, we just have to be a little bit patient with it. Just make sure everything's stuck down. So now I'm going to do the same with my mum. which is cardstock, and the back's not glitter, so it shouldn't be too bad, but still, I haven't had the best of luck sometimes sticking glitter on top of glitter. It can be a bit temperamental. This glue dries clear, so I'm not really worried if I have any excess come out the edging. So I'm being a bit overboard on the glitter on this one, which I don't think you can see, but spread it around a bit more. I don't want this lifting, but hopefully it will press down on the glass. Okay, so just line this up again on my mat. Okay, we want it roughly about there to there. Make sure she's straight. Mum in Australia is spelt with a U, so I haven't made a mistake. In America it's with an O, but here in good old Australia we spell it with a U, English style. Okay. Just going to press that down a little bit and make sure I pat that down a bit. I'm trying not to get too much glue on my glitter, on my shimmer, especially not the black. I just want to make sure that I quickly have that in the right spacing. Yep. Okay, this should be pretty easy to come off on the transfer. Yeah, there you go. I love HTV Ront vinyl. Now sticking this on glitter, and I should be lining this up, so sorry Mum. But I didn't grab my ruler. So I'm just gonna give that a good press, and I'll give the mum a press. And we might as well do the jigsaw. Give everything a good rub. I don't want to use my scraping tool because it is glitter. I don't want it to catch, but because I've still got the transfer tape on this, I'm going to just do this a little bit. Make sure I get into the grooves of the glitter cardstock. Okay, that's that. Good. That transfer tape, it was hard to see. So yeah, it's not going to be the easiest to lift because the glitter surface. So you just have to work itself by pulling the vinyl onto itself. So you've got like like pulling your vinyl off, you shouldn't pull it up like this. You should always pull vinyl down on top of itself, and then like if it does lift like this is, you can, oh, I've got glue on my fingers. If it does lift like this, you can hold it down and also peel backwards. It's not easy because I've got a textured background and fine font. So we'll just roll that down again, top of itself. Oh, and the G. Using your nails or your weeding tool just to scrape it down. Just be patient. Make sure you don't go too fast. But rub down as much as you can. You can even use your scraping tool corner and help you hold that down a bit. When you rub, it's another way of doing it instead of using your nails. But in this circumstance, I do want to use my nail because that's just one line of vinyl but it hasn't got another piece holding it up. There we go. Resave your transfer tape on other pieces. I'm just going to press that down with my fingers. I don't really want to roll it down or anything because it might lift up, but I feel like it's pretty firm and it's not sticking up. And there we have it. So that's just a singular, I can use my carrier sheet to do my transfer tape. That's just a singular Lightbox sheet. It's not layers, so there we have it. So now we're just going to put it together. I'm just saving the transfer sheets. Okay, so I just got one from Harvey Norman, or you can get them from IKEA or Kmart. I think this one was Harvey Norman, I'm not sure, but it's actually a glass piece. So I'm just going to open that up. And you'll have like your inserts, the card backing for support. This one's got a glass frame. I don't need that. And I'm going to put the glass back in. I'll give it a good clean with some isopropyl. But for now I'm just going to chuck that in there. And then drop this down on top. And then I'm going to use backing, which just got the zigzag in there, which is what I wanted. I want it to look like it was floating a little bit. And there you have it. And then I'll just put my lights in there. So I will stick these down. Anyway, I want like tape down the backing just to spread some light around. And I've got some batteries here that I'll just pop in. Okay, they are coloured ones. They don't do any fancy flickering or anything, but you get the idea. You stick that around and you tape it down to the page, and usually put this down on the bottom. Just make sure I've got that. Oh, luckily, thought I had that upside down. So you tape that in and then just hold that in place, push the tabs down, and there you have it. You've got a Lightbox for Mother's Day. And there you go. You just position your lights around a little bit. The Valium gives it a bit of a glow on the back. And having these little bubbles sort of give it an effect that it's all different lighting. And then during the day you've got a nice visual. So I hope you like that design and that style, and it's easy to knock up, so don't feel scared to try some different things on a single sheet. I will do a video on layering a shadow box and show you how to make it more 3D. But if you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe, and thanks.